everyone, it's Shannon. I'm so glad to have you back here for another She Shed update. We have some big, major changes that I can't wait to share with you today in this video. And the first thing is we had finished the loft in our last update. And I'll put that up in the iCards if you want to go back and watch that. But we had never actually built a ladder to get up into the loft. So we had been using one of the construction metal or aluminum step ladders all this time to get up in the loft. And now finally we are going to build an actual custom made step ladder to get up in the loft. Now this piece we were going to make a tutorial on, and we honestly just wung it. We needed to figure out the right angles for it to come off of the wall and the right angles for the steps to be at. So we just kind of wung it, went step by step and pieced it all together. Brian even made some custom metal hooks so that it is removable, so we can actually stick it up into the top plate of the shed and take it back out if I don't want it there for photos or something, but it's very easy to put back up so we can all get up back into the loft when we need to. We also added the very finishing touch to the loft, and that was the railing. So we just added some 2x4s to those upright supports and also painted it so it would look nice. And with the new ladder and the new railing for the loft, we finally have those missing pieces in place. And now we're going to jump to the outside of the shed. This has been done since last fall, but we did need to add one very important piece to the front and the back, and that is gutters. We were having some issues with some leaking of rainwater through the bottom of the front door, and it didn't matter how much we sealed it or added pieces to keep the water out, it still somehow would find its way in, and we really wanted to add flooring. So we needed to get this problem fixed, and the gutters did just that, thank goodness, and it also made it look pretty nice on the outside too, so that doesn't hurt. Another addition were the shutters to the outside. I installed those along with a flower box. This is right outside my office window, so it's just a pretty little addition of some flowers that I get to look out my window and enjoy. Moving back to the inside of the She Shed, we installed the trim along the ceiling. I wanted to go ahead and do this part before we went to the flooring, since we needed those tall step ladders in there and I didn't want them hurting the new floors. So we went ahead and took care of this, and then once all of the ceiling trim was installed, we were finally, and I mean finally, ready to move on to installing the flooring. I have dreamed about this day. I could not wait. So we installed this insulated flooring underlayment. So it not only is kind of like a sound barrier, but it's also insulated since we have concrete floors. And it also has a soft cushion, so it kind of makes it nice to walk on as well. And then we added the flooring. I will try to find a link to the flooring and the color and all of that. We actually purchased this flooring a year and a half ago, so it has been sitting waiting for us to install for a year and a half. We got it on major discount on Black Friday at Lowe's. You guys, we literally paid 50 cents a square foot. So no, it is not waterproof. It's probably not the best stuff you'd want in your house, but the She Shed is also not going to get as much traffic as a regular house would. And it's not gonna have water in here. We don't have any plumbing in here. So hopefully it will hold up longer than if you like put it in your own house. But for the price, we literally were able to floor this space, which is about 300 square feet, for $150. And if that's not a bargain, I don't know what is. And it actually is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I couldn't be more happy with it. It was a really nice, beautiful finish, and it just really kind of made the whole space more cozy and home-like and warmed the space right up.
Okay, last piece. easier to use.
And here is a look at the finished product, and I was just giddy and excited to see it. This is before the trim, and I will say it wasn't the easiest stuff to install. Brian has done some flooring before, and I know he said it was a little bit difficult. It is a floating floor too, and also it did take us 2 days to install. So we kind of did the big area first, and then the next day we came back and did the office, which needed lots more work and trimming done. But really, in the end, it was not terrible. And then after the flooring was installed, we cut down and installed the trim for the inside of the she shed. This was kind of a long process. We had, a lot of doors and space around that needed cut down to size, especially the office. But it all really did come together and gave this whole space that finishing touch. All right, guys, update time, and it is a good one. Brian actually finished all of the trim, even in the office. So my office is now 100% completely done. So now our loft is done. You can go take the tour of the loft. I'll put that up here in the iCards. And you can take a tour of my craft room / office. I'll put that up in the iCards. But now the trim is done and it is completely done in there, so that's so super exciting. We also picked up this old cabinet that I want to make new again, so I want to refinish it, but I want you guys' opinion. I'm going to show you 2 different colors. If it were you, would you paint it the first one, which is called Seagull Gray, or would you paint it the second one, which is called Persian Blue? They are both very different and they'll give it a very different look, but I think both of them would really be beautiful in here. So let me know down in the comments, what would you do? And I also want to give you a look around so you can see what the flooring and trim look like all finished. So I feel like this is the biggest change, because you used to be able to see way back in here and you could see the studs and you could see the drywall, but it is all trimmed out now. And it has a nice, beautiful white pocket for the pocket door to slide into. Obviously the floor is now finished. And then on this side, you used to just see a big stud that went all the way up to the door opening. And now that is all finished. Let's go ahead and walk into the office. Now in here there is a lot of custom trim, because these cabinets, we wanted to have a built-in look, so we had to rip those down so they would fit. Back here, as you remember, there is this nice hidden little pocket where I keep my cutting mat in, and so the flooring had to be cut to size so it would fit back there. And then the trim had to be ripped down as well so that this door right here would open. And then on this side, this is our IKEA hack, and I will link that video down below if you want to watch that. These are all IKEA cabinets and an IKEA countertop. And we also custom fit the trim to go underneath there and also wrap around to the side, so that way it has much more of a built-in look. And now we also have the kick plates on the cabinets of my desk. You can see it goes all the way around back there underneath my desk where my chair sits. And so now everything is just completely finished off and it's all caulked, so it has a nice polished look. And then out here you will see will be our next video to come. So this end of the she shed is definitely a work in progress still. So we have this big fireplace that's going to go all the way up to our 17-foot ceilings. We also have built-in bookcases that are going to be built above the cabinets on each side. So as you can see, we are still not finished, but that is soon to come. So subscribe and make sure to click the link on the screen that you see now so you can go back and watch
all of the she shed updates. You can see how all of this has come together.
Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.